We're going to space.
Whole hullabaloo about you, man, and this mess you got going.
I would take an axe to a couple people's heads. I mean, I would go barbarian.
To a couple robots?
No,
Because
to
that's
maybe
really...
like a town, like Oblivion style.
Whoa, no, you just...
Sir, we're talking about robots.
Scabies is a that's also a staple of white culture.
Y'all some nasty niggas, bro.
Is that white culture?
I believe
Y'all can
scabies,
keep that
It's
shit.
dirty.
But the black people, they smoke the weed and they get too relaxed.
I'm not getting taken down by no British cops.
Is this true, Don Juice? Is this true? You know the foreign affairs. Is this true?
It's propaganda. Just saying.
Hello, friends, fiends, everybody in between. We are back again with another titillating episode of the Fiendcast.
I don't like how you said that.
Wow.
That was
Titillating?
that made me feel uncomfortable.
I don't know
enjoyed
why.
it.
I think you're
Shut up.
you've got a dirty mouth.
No.
Dirty mind.
Just for the hose.
All right. So we got the regular panel plus one. The legend Brad B. Earthlike.
Yeah, that'd be me. I go by many names.
In this instance, it
Wait,
would
didn't you
be
change your...
Brad B. Podlight.
Brad
You
B.
know what?
Podlike.
That works whenever I'm on a podcast or anyone.
But like Kucha doesn't like the word pod. So
Why not?
The pod.
The
The pod?
The pod.
The Facebook.
It's like,
the-
not,
the
it's,
pod.
It's called the podcast. Don't call it the pod.
I mean, yeah, no, that's...
It's not a pod.
Yeah,
What about calling pizza za?
I don't like that.
No.
that's
Have
gay.
you ever heard
that's
that?
yeah, that's
Get
fucking
it out of
Have you
here.
met
I
somebody
don't like when
who
people
does
call
that?
it pie.
Hey, let's order up some
Okay, so when somebody
za,
calls
bruh.
it pie, I want to be like, bro, you're in Florida.
Yeah, no,
Can
this
we-
is not the place for that.
Can we cancel that?
Yeah, we
Can
can
that be a
cancel
part
that.
of
Cancel culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are
Cancel
canceling
pie.
that.
Cancel.
Get that shit the
Canceling
fuck out
pie.
of here.
We're
Yeah.
canceling za.
That shit's
None of this
It's a
shit.
pizza.
it's gone. It's done.
It's a pizza.
It's a
And
pizza.
that's all
It's
it
a
will
pizza.
ever fucking be. Don't.
Whoa. And I'm
up-
straight up with the F word.
Order up some za.
Right out the
bruh.
bat. I need these people to know I'm serious
Okay.
about my pizza.
I mean,
Alright.
I agree with that, though.
We also over here got the BH.
What up? What up?
We got Spaceboy Dandy and her
That's me.
spaciest
Yeet.
suit.
Yeah, I totally have on like a space
she got
I
Spock.
really
related.
thought Spock
This
was
is the
rubbing his
first time
knuckles.
I've ever
Sure.
worn space
That's
related.
really
Not
thought
even
Spock
true.
was rubbing
Dang,
his
he trying to
knuckles.
pull your card.
Yeah.
It's not even true.
He's trying to
Even
ring
though-
your bell.
Yeah, Spots is
Not
You know that
even-
jam.
Spock is trying
that
to
song.
rub his nipples and shit, but that's
What?
neither here nor there.
You said Space Jam?
Look at this! Look at the fucking shirt.
He's not rubbing. He's
No,
he's,
he kind of
he's
looks like-
pointing out.
No,
So
he's
is he-
doing the live long,
and prosper
like a gang
hand.
sign.
He looks
That's
autistic
disrespectful.
to me.
It's
He looks
for-
autistic.
wait, hold on. For all the listeners, it says, "Trek yourself before you wreck yourself."
And it's Spock
And-
holding up the live long and prosper like gang
Yeah.
signs.
And it's a Walmart shirt I got when I was 15.
Okay,
you
and-
made them.
long
Holy
Yeah.
shit! How do
Longevity.
You make a shirt
Honestly,
last that
most of
long?
my clothes
from
are
when you were 15.
That's-
from like high school
insane.
or earlier.
That is
It's
insane.
That's
Do you know
cool.
how
I don't
many
even
ball
know that.
rips I get? Like just rips in the middle of my pants on a weekly
aggressive.
basis.
You aggressive.
in that
I'm always
specific
squatting.
place.
I'm just trying to squat all the time. I see a place that I need to squat. I'm like, oh, I haven't squatted here. I got to mark my
Yo,
territory.
I legit have gym shorts that I played in junior magic in like 5th grade. Like
Damn.
I still have.
How do you
Can you
still
wear 'em?
You still wear 'em?
Can you
Them
wear
shits
'em?
was baggy as fuck. That was.
They gave you actual
wearing
Penny
these
Hardaway.
pants.
They were like
You've had these pants for
Four sizes too
15
big.
years.
They gave him.
Yes.
They gave him Shaq's
Yes.
throwaways.
See,
now they
Oh,
fit
okay.
like short shorts, but in the back
I
of the day, them
did.
shits was
oh, I
Go
thought we were
try to-
getting offered shots. I was
them
confused.
shits was big boys.
No,
So
I still got a shot. I need
so
to finish.
you're spacing it. You're being dandy. I don't know where my shot glass
just okay,
is.
dude.
That's
It's
fine.
okay. He doesn't. Don't get it for him, Benny. He don't need it.
He don't. Yeah,
He's crazy.
He's
Don't
gonna
need
go
it.
off
We
the
got
Don't
the
need
rails.
it. Don't
biggest
do it.
of the
You
bosses.
don't need it.
He's on the edge of glory right
We
now.
got the bulkiest of the bosses.
Bulky boys.
big boss.
That's me.
Bro, I just can't wait to
Yes.
see Kutre show up with just metal arms, bro.
He's gonna be
just
Jax.
Like Jax.
As soon
Like Jax
as
from
it's
Mortal
legal-
Kombat.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna rip his arms out through energy,
Stop.
and he's gonna get them replaced. It's
Yep,
the only
cybernetic
way,
arms.
It's the only way Zav will accept it. So this is what has to be.
No,
If
stop
so, you're telling
encouraging.
me that if I ripped out his arms,
Why
you
would
not
you do that?
because he wants metal robo arms.
He needs 'em.
And
How is he gonna plow the fields?
no, I'm
Unlimited.
not drinking
He
that.
wants
You said
metal
you wanted a
arms.
shot.
He
Did
wants
not
metal
say
arms.
3 ounces of
Y'all out
vodka.
here,
It's okay.
this man got
I'm
a
not
death
drinking
shot.
that unless I have a chaser.
This man's gonna be dead by the end of the podcast.
He's
I need you to-
He's
I need you
already
to half
dead.
this.
He's dead. It's
I
over.
need you to half this.
There's no
and
list.
you put hot
Benny, your
sauce in
big
it.
ass cup. That ain't even
ain't
equivalent.
Put Louisiana in that.
You're good.
No,
Go
this
by
is
that.
wild. National Vodka Day is almost over. Do it. Nah, we got you're. All right,
Just pour a little bit in there.
thank you.
Don't do that. You saving his life.
got-
Okay, that's enough.
I got an iron liver.
I still need a.
That's what
Just do it. Hurry up.
Drink
You're
I don't
wasting
want
time.
to. It's vodka. National
up,
Vodka
One, two,
Day.
Be careful.
Go,
Beware
go,
the mic.
Go, 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 go,
Whack.
go.
Look at him. He
Is
did
that
it.
water?
Yes, it was.
Yo,
What a time! What a time to be alive.
Benny with the switcheroo in this bitch.
No, that was Houdini.
That shit was
I thought it looked familiar.
tremendous.
No, that was rejuvenating. Like I
Yeah.
took the shot of water and I was
That's
like,
what everybody.
damn, I feel great.
No, you better
I'm
don't,
like,
don't
that's
say
not
that.
right.
Don't say that shit out loud. You better monetize it first before you bring it up.
I agree.
You
I
better
agree.
monetize
A
it.
shot of water. Can we market that like a shot
Yeah,
of
you can
water?
monetize.
Shot of water.
It's like,
Look,
you
if
gotta
they
think about the lack of water that I had for like 10 years, right? Like I just started
Yeah.
drinking water.
10 years,
So like, yeah.
you
so like,
physically should not
no,
be
like,
here if that's the case.
With those 10 years, like if they had been trying to sell a shot of water, like it'll rejuvenate you. I feel like I would have fallen for that.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, they sell
Well,
flat tummy
well,
tea.
hold
To be
on.
fair, most of these hoes are dehydrated.
Yep.
They ain't drinking water.
First of all, don't
They-
bring up the hose because a lot of these
No, the
things
hose will be brought up
also-
later.
I'm aware, men can be hoes too. It's gender neutral term, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Men can be
everybody.
hoes too.
Men can also be
The point-
abused.
They can. Not saying that.
There,
They can.
there are abusive
They can.
women. There are abusive gay men. There are abusive people out there. And right now, you know, you could be a man and you go to the
There-
police and you say you got beat up by your woman. What are they gonna do?
I mean, there's a very
No, honestly,
They
sorry,
get to
go
stay
ahead.
in the
No,
house.
I was just gonna
they get
say-
to stay in the house and you have to leave.
because just to start off, there is a very abusive lady that just got off not too long ago. Not
Well-
to interrupt or anything, but
Yeah, no, that's very true. But also, I saw recently on the enters of Nets,
okay.
apparently someone's brother was killed by his girlfriend.
They used to fool around.
Oh.
They
Well,
fooled
No, it was. I want to grab my phone so I can pull up my receipts.
millennials.
But stop. But anyways, essentially the person had been dating this person. I don't know for how long, but they had already had an incident where they had sent their sibling photos of themselves. Like it was this guy. His face was all scratched up. He had all these marks on his arm. Like he had swollen face. He looked like he got
Okay.
attacked.
through it.
We ain't talking about Bow Wow. Okay, this is something different.
No, this is this was just a regular guy, and he's
Nigga
apparently
Bow Wow?
Yeah, he did get his girlfriend beat him up recently,
Well,
but that's out of...
No.
Bow Wow is
Whoa.
he's like 5'2" and he's a bitch. So there's that.
So no, I guess
Continue.
he sent these photos to his sibling back in January, and was like, I just want you to hold on to these because I feel like she's gonna delete them, And a couple days ago, she stabbed him, and he was dead.
Oh, okay. That's what I
And
was talking
this
about
guy
earlier. He
Also,
was like Puerto
he-
Rican, right?
I don't know, but he also had called the police on. Every time he called the police on her, he was the one who was detained.
What?
He just, I don't know. It was really upsetting. I saw it because there's this artist Justin Richburg who kind of
yeah.
yeah.
Never heard
So
of him. I know you're talking about.
anyways, so
I don't.
he had drawn something like
beast with the
about
art.
female perpetuated domestic abuse. And so this person had reached out to him about this story, and that's how I saw it. And then I also saw like a lot of the comments that people were saying, and it was just like kind of weird to me. I mean, there were some that just like it honestly made me sad. Hold on, I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
Someone else said, my brother was stabbed in his sleep, and then she burned his house down with him inside, all because he didn't want to be with her anymore.
And that shit happens. These
Like-
bitches out here are crazy.
No, that is kinda
This other
terrifying.
person said,
It is true.
yeah, they said
100%
facts.
true.
Abused by my mother growing up, and even left out of an abusive relationship myself a few years ago when with the woman who is the mother of my 2 daughters. I was calling the cops as well. Cops don't want to do shit when it's a female being the aggressor. But the moment you fight back, you're considered less than a man. Fuck all that. I wanted to stay because of my daughters, but I loved them enough to leave so that they didn't think that was something of the norm. SMH, child support is a bitch, but I'd much rather pay than stay. Then you put R.I.P. to that guy.
Yeah.
But Dennis Power.
Yeah,
is the
I
one
saw.
who I'm
I
talking
saw
about.
that.
Yeah.
That was fucked up because a lot of that shit, fucking like, as a man and as like a father, a single father, like you have to go through all these fucking hoops and shit, and like, I mean, just imagine being
That's so
like,
fucked up.
imagine
Yeah.
being that guy and being like, yo, she's fucking abused, like.
It's hard to say
as
as
a
a
man.
man.
Like,
Yeah, that's hard to
imagine
say
saying
as a
that
man.
shit. Like, yo, this chick is like, yo, she's fucking wild.
And there's a big bias against men.
yeah,
In the
and then she
custody
fucking
shit.
stabbed him in it. Like, he's fucking probably laying down watching TV, minding his own business,
Yeah.
and she fucking murdered him. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
It's
fucked up.
I saw a thing, and this is just on like the men's custody rights. I saw a thing where this guy had petitioned for him to have custody of his kids because he said that his ex or his baby mama or whatever they were was not capable of taking care of them, and the judge ruled that she got full custody. She ended up dying of an overdose, or she died of an overdose, and the child died
Like due to
From
no
that.
care
From
or
an
so
overdose,
lack
or
of
from-
care?
not
no.
from negligence.
negligence.
Like a baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And
Damn, man.
So he was saying like how fucked up the system was on Facebook, and he actually got arrested for threatening the judge by saying that she was corrupt and that she was biased towards women.
Or
that's
biased
fucked
against
up.
against men and
Yes.
in
But-
favor
But
of
I'll
men.
say
favor
this:
of women,
as a person who, like, my parents got divorced when I was like in like 5th grade.
That's rough.
So they were fighting and shit, and I had to like pull. That was like one of my biggest memories, was like pulling my mom off of my dad. Like, like she had a knife and it was whole.
Wow.
Police were called, and like my dad was arrested and everything, and like he
Damn.
never came back home.
When you had
after that.
to
Wow.
pull your mother off of your father
Yeah.
with a knife, he was arrested.
yeah, he was a.
Was it rightfully, in your opinion?
No,
If you-
Wait, what?
I don't. It was a blur. I mean, I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gray area at the
Right.
time.
Like now as a kid, like in my mind, like my dad is like my hero. Like he would never do anything like this,
Yeah.
and it's just
But as a
mean,
human being, you can only be pushed so far.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in that situation, it was like watching that shit, it was just like, whoa, like what the fuck is going on? And then my sister, I'm like trying to like cover shit up from my sister,
Yeah,
be
you're
like,
trying
it's gonna be
console.
all right. But as I got older, I'm like, that shit was fucking crazy. Like, how the fuck we never talked about it after the fact? Like, we never spoke about, like, it was just, it's done. Like, once that happened, like, my dad was like, that was it. Like, he never came back home. My parents never made up or whatever. Like,
reconciled or anything?
Yeah, it was just done. Like, that's it.
I-
Bye, nigga. Peace.
I think the biggest problem, there's a big stigma still today, even in 2019, where there's trans people and gender is barely real. Like, we have this issue where the men are always in the wrong, even if they are the victims, which happens not necessarily at the same rate. You know, I'm not going to say
Yeah,
that
no,
women
it-
beat
it-
men at the same
Yeah,
rate.
you're right. It
That's
doesn't
not
happen
true.
at the same rate,
But it,
But that
happens
doesn't
at
mean-
a
But it does
at a
happen.
comparable
Yeah.
rate.
It does happen.
It's like
To
it's like
say that it
it's
doesn't
a
is like you're
3/4
delusional.
It's like a 3/4 versus a 2/3.
Yeah.
You know, like it's and that's the issue as a man. It's hard to admit when you've been abused by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in any way, shape, or form. You know, sexually, physically, it all makes you feel emasculated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it you can blame society, you can blame whatever, but all in all, I guess you know you have to come to terms with the whole thing, and
It's just
move on and hope you know you don't do anything because that's a lot of people, regardless of gender, play games with outcomes. You know what I mean? Like people try people.
Yeah,
the wrong
yeah. Oh,
way.
I'm gonna, and that's the sad thing
you
about
could
like
run
these
into a dude
relationships
who's
and
like,
shit.
I ain't no bitch, and he comes and fucking kills you and your family. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah, and that's the sad part about it is like you know like you never know what another individual like you can't just go off
But-
the basis of like oh well
you know,
you
he's
know
a man,
I'm gonna
so
do
he's not gonna hit me back.
Yeah.
or that or just anything like you don't know what anybody is capable of so
The problem-
Right.
this notion that like oh I'm gonna fuck with this person or I'm gonna do this to try to get this reaction out of this person.
Exactly. I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
antagonizing instead of
you're
trying to
playing
neutralize
with
the situation.
You're
Playing with fire.
playing with your life.
Yes.
You're playing with your because you don't know what that person's been through. You don't know what kind of trauma that person has been through. So to push somebody to that level is like you really reaching.
But also, like, the problem that I have is just in general the fact that, like, there's just kind of a one-sided narrative here. And there's a lot of one-sided narratives. And people, I feel like, push for, you know, this idea of equality, but, like, they don't actually take any steps towards obtaining it. You know, again, it's just... it has to be taken seriously. Like if a guy calls the police on, you know, a woman and says, hey, you know, she's fucking going crazy, like, you know, trying to beat me up, punched me or whatever, like, take the bitch to jail just like you would have taken him to jail or, you know, whatever. Like, but don't just dismiss it or, you know, like in terms of like children, of course, like it's also unfair how mothers just off top get the upper hand. I understand that, you know, like you carried the baby, but that
It still
doesn't
takes two at the
necessarily.
end of the day.
It still takes two, and just because you carry the baby does not make you a more fit parent than the other. Like it just doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It doesn't.
We got a lot of shit on the
But,
board. And
yeah.
we have to move
you know.
on. I just want to know what is this unconditional topic? What is this?
Oh, so I wanted to know. Okay, so what makes something like when people say that you like love something or someone unconditionally versus conditionally, like what does that actually like mean?
I've got a
for you?
terrific example.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on with it.
You have had a cat and a dog
I have both, not
had,
have
right?
had.
Okay.
I
Oh, you got both at the
currently-
same time.
right now.
Well, my dog lives with my mom.
That's what I'm
but-
saying. But like, I mean, like in your home, you've
Yeah,
had both of
okay,
them
yeah.
separately or together. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So like, one of them shits on your pillow.
never.
But if they do, are you gonna stop loving them? Are you gonna want to get them euthanized?
Whoa, that's extreme.
I think that would be an extreme.
Are you gonna want to
response.
give them away?
I think that again would be an extreme response.
No, I mean, because like when you say you don't,
Yeah.
you don't. When you say you love somebody, but it's not unconditional, then like that means there something could change that. So like that person could shit on your pillow, and you're like, well, I don't love you anymore.
What
You just
about
shit
if
on my
something
pillow.
changes
What,
about
fuck
their
you?
appearance?
Well,
That's not
whoa.
the same thing.
That's
I mean,
shaming.
no,
I'm
it is the
asking,
same
but-
thing. That's them shitting on your pillow. I mean, at that point, yeah, no, that's the exact same thing. Actually, that's them. That's them.
So
shitting
if someone
on,
that you loved or, you know, whatever, let's say in a romantic relationship with, and they looked one way, and then they came home and they, you know, have a split tongue and they've shaved their hair or
That's a
something.
very
and just all
drastic
this,
change.
That's a drastic.
they make
That's a
whatever
drastic
they
life
make.
change.
Yeah, they
and,
make
like,
drastic change.
Get the pistol.
Do you still feel the same
Get
way?
the fucking pistol.
Depends. I mean,
That is
like,
a lot.
when you make
I
such
didn't
a
sign up
drastic-
for that.
Exactly.
I would have that would be something we'd have to talk about before. But like, if you just came home and you just like, hey, I'm a snake now.
Yeah, it'd be like you come in, you walk in your house, and you come in from a long, hard day at work, and your girl's like,
You've been pouring
Yo,
concrete all day.
you've been,
shit.
you've been building the New World Trade Center tower or some shit. And your girl comes in and is like, I'm a dude.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's the same thing. That is the same thing. That is the same
Like,
thing.
how do you?
That's
how do you?
aggressive.
How do you not pull out a shotgun?
It is
If it's out of
Literally
left field and you never talked about it before, okay, that's conditional. But
Yeah,
I
there might have been
I
signs,
genuinely
but
consider like
still.
a new face piercing as drastic.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
not-
It's the same thing to me. Like you gotta at least say something first. Be like, I'm considering this. That's your choice,
All right, cool.
regardless. You know, like, but at least let me know beforehand.
Yeah,
So it's
I
like,
mean,
if it happens, I'm not like,
when you're in a relationship, you have
what
to
the
have
fuck?
that
Do I need to like
communication.
institutionalize you? Like, are you going through a breakdown? Because like that's a serious thing. People will change their
Yeah.
appearance. They'll change the way they act.
Britney Spears.
And it's like if something like that happens, something like you know, like if you showed up one day with a bald head and like studs in your like weird like bumps,
those
the
bumps that
snake
the
bump,
Japanese people be
yeah, and
getting,
you got some
the
fucking
implants.
face tattoo. I'd be like, Kutre, is that about right? Like we gotta like it only takes 3 people, bro.
I'm just in a transitionary phase.
You know, like, just let us know. You
Yeah,
know, like,
I mean, let us know, bro. We'll,
like,
we'll take care of this.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
Committed.
Yeah.
About to get committed.
Yeah, we'll help you out. Whatever you need
genuinely
from
concerned
us,
about your
we'll
mental
help
health.
you.
Like if that's what
get
you want to
through
be,
this.
that's what you want to be. You know, like
Know
I'll
what I'm
still
saying?
be cool with you. You know, like it's whatever. You can still come on the podcast. I'm not gonna be mad. But like,
Yeah, I mean, you could be a
Still
dude.
be on your podcast.
Yeah,
You can still be you can be a guy or a cat
A dragon,
or
whatever you want to be.
if they're
bird,
able
a
to do all
kitten.
that, can they do that?
What do you mean?
Science
You
gone
could be a
too far?
worm.
What do you mean? Where you can splice your jeans?
Yeah, whatever
Not
you
yet.
want to be, you can still come on the podcast. But
So that's unconditional. You guys welcome
Yes.
me.
yeah,
Yeah, if you wanted to have a dragon tail,
but we're gonna support Kutre through this trying time.
Yeah,
So
because like
so know that.
that's upsetting.
Yeah, that'll be the upsetting part. Be like, yo, my nigga, really? You gonna
like,
do this to the?
I mean, but as long as you happy,
bird.
as long as you happy, I can't be mad at you.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't be mad at you.
spread your wings
but,
and
like,
fly away.
Unless you like,
Just go
unless you
into a
show up
cocoon
one
like
day,
butterfly.
unless
I
you
was just
show
hanging up in the
one day
corner.
and you're like, hey, bros, I'm a bird now. And like Kutre just found out, like you just show up in bird face.
feathers, bird face with a beak,
Yeah, full on beak and shit.
throwing up in other people's mouths.
Yeah, like, that'd be,
yeah, pecking
that'd
at
be
niggas
fucked,
just.
you know, like, you can't do
bark,
that.
bark.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking
Like,
stuff out.
You become a bird person, like you talk to Kutre and you guys settled something, like you know, like yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
support.
You just
but-
be
We'll support
bird man,
everybody's-
bird woman.
We'll support all the birds and all the people.
Yeah, but about these subjects, what's the next one?
Now, the thing was, I wasn't so much caught up on what makes something unconditional or conditional love. And more so, do you believe that you can love somebody and not be attracted to them?
Yes.
See?
I love you guys.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, depending. Wait,
It's
wait.
what kind of love are we
It
talking
comes
about?
down to the
What
kind of love.
Relationship.
The romantic relationship.
Wait. What are you talking about? Strictly like looks?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's still so circumstantial.
I mean, no, he's right. That is
That's
circumstantial.
super
That's-
nuanced.
Life
man.
Well, yeah, that's
choices, stuff like
complicated.
that.
No, because
That's
I have had
complicated.
so many different types of love that I cannot say that the same type of love has happened twice.
He's fucked
Well,
a lot of
that's what I'm saying,
hippies.
the same type
A
of love.
No,
lot
I
of
have not.
hippies.
I have not.
A lot of
actually.
hippie pussy.
Surprisingly, I've not.
I'm more strictly romantic.
No, but I've been romantically in love with
Okay, but I'm saying
multiple
okay.
women
But what I'm
in
saying
different
is,
ways.
And you weren't
would
attracted
you
to them?
lose-
I was attracted to every single one of them.
Okay,
But I'm
but
saying-
Look, all right.
And
See,
like
all
none of
right,
them,
hold on.
not all of them.
See,
I
I'm
almost
gonna
said
call
not-
you a lie.
Not
'cause
all of them were conventionally attractive.
I've been to-
Some
but they were attracted to
some
you.
were super fucking hot. You know, like
well, damn, puss crusher.
I've been
69?
I've hooked up with
I
a
mean,
lot of
like-
girls that I'm just like, okay, this is just I'm just hooking up. Like I'm like
See,
I'm
I
not
don't
trying
really
to
like
I'm
that.
not
I
trying to
always
marry this
You
girl.
just see the bust ass.
I don't
like,
think
I-
she's
I got-
hot.
I
It's
got
just
a
like
decently high number,
you're
but I've only had
gonna
like
suck
two
this
one-night
dick.
stands in
All
my
right,
life.
bet. Huh?
I'm not like you know, like I've got a decent number, but like
Wait,
I've
what
only
you
had
trying
two
to-
one
what you
night
trying to
stands
call
or so.
me?
3
Hold
one night
on.
stands.
I
I've
think-
had
I
3
think
one-night
Dandy-
stands in my life.
I think Danny trying to
I've
drop
had
some knowledge.
too many to name.
4, my virginity was lost to a 1-day stand.
All right, Zab go.
Let Zab go. I don't know what that
one-day
is.
stand.
I don't know.
Oh,
What
so
look, let Zab go because I don't even know what that
Wire
is.
ahead.
afterwards.
Okay.
No, but that's my like. I just it's not like just hoes, nigga. I don't know what to say. Like
we were talking about attractiveness.
just it's not even. I mean, in that in
But
speaking of that realm,
because you love those girls.
no, I don't.
Because you were
You
attracted.
don't love
No.
them hoes.
It wasn't like
I'm out to
listen.
doubt.
In certain respects, I'm an equal opportunity employer, meaning that like, yo, you want to all right. If you
But that's-
fit,
We're
the
talking
bill-
about
That's
long run,
sloppy, bro.
not like a
You gotta
short term,
relax.
not a short term
That's how you
fling, but
catch
like
the
in the long haul. Like if
VDs.
you were to be
Long-
with somebody with
a
like
long
some,
haul.
a year
Hold up,
plus.
all right. I strap it up every time.
So I,
Okay, we're not talking about that. Outside of sex.
So there's a whole
Shut up,
different thing
bitch.
to that. The more you love somebody, the more you can be attracted to them. Like I've
See?
been
That's
with
the thing.
girls where I was like,
Okay,
when I
now,
first started,
I will
fucking
agree
with,
with
no,
you.
hear me out.
I'll
when
agree.
I first started fucking with them, I'm like, okay, you know, like they're good looking, but it's like, you know, like they're not the best looking. But as I grew to know them more and fall more in love with them, I felt that they were the most beautiful person on the planet. You know,
Because
like,
you got in that mind.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what I
agree.
said.
I'll agree with that.
and it happens, and sometimes that happens wrongfully. Still,
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like,
Yeah,
it's a,
see, I'm,
the
I'm
mind is a,
I'm
the mind is a
You held
terrible
you at
drug.
gunpoint.
DMT is a hell of a drug.
the hoes that did this shit to me. I want my money back. I want my deposit
Why did
back.
you give people
but
money?
these are hoes,
Why
though.
are
You weren't in a
giving these
relationship
hoes
with them.
money? That's
Shut
not a good
up.
idea. You know how little money I spent on bitches and all the money on girls. You know, like you can't be spending money on hoes.
I'm not, listen,
What are
I'm
you
not,
doing?
Goddamn Al Pacino over
What are you
here.
doing?
Hold up. Shut up. They get dick and bubble gum. But
What does that mean? What does that even mean?
It was just puppy love, dog. That's what he means.
dick
Nigga,
and bubble gum.
dick
though?
and bubble gum. Nigga. What do you
Why
not
are you
understand?
putting your dick inside of bubble gum?
No, you taking this literally. You watch The Wire?
God damn it.
DJ, just explain real quick so we can move on.
Dick and bubble, like you don't give them, you don't give them money, you don't give them food, you don't give them,
bubble
you,
gum.
you
Gives
just
them dick
fuck them,
and
and you
bubble gum.
you got a mint,
And
yeah,
bubble
you got a
gum.
mint, yeah, I got a whole pack of gum right here. You want some? That kind of shit.
Your Uber's outside.
Yeah, your Uber's outside, bitch.
Go. You
Go.
pay for Ubers? What are you doing?
What do you mean? Look, man, it's black
If
culture
you've
thing. It's a
never-
black culture thing. It's
If
black
you
culture
never,
thing.
if you never
Yes.
paid for Uber, you ain't been fucked properly.
I disagree.
You ain't been talked off right.
You know what?
Because I've had to do
I've
that.
been thinking about taking this to the
several
next
I
level,
think-
baby, but I got your Uber waiting
Yeah, no,
outside.
I've had to do that several times. Like, all right,
I think your process
next
is
subject.
flawed.
no,
That's
like,
all.
you gotta go.
No, I get
I woke
that.
up
Yeah,
at-
and why do
it's-
you have to buy an Uber
it's
for
the
that?
post-
Like,
Because
just-
AJ,
hold
they
up.
have to get back home, but we got to
okay,
talk about.
that's-
It's
That's
the post nut clarity. You
not
gotta be
my
like,
problem.
you
know?
come to your senses. You gotta be like, you gotta go.
Okay, so why would I pay for an Uber? I just tell them to get the fuck out.
Because they may not have transportation. It's the
Okay,
gentlemanly
well,
thing to
who's-
do.
You're putting
That's why
yourself in
you
a
don't have
situation.
one night stands.
AJ, we know you play with your heart. Now to the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
subject.
yeah. You
Let's transition.
next
Okay,
subject.
So what makes
please.
shit gay? Is
What?
it when you're playing with your
This is a cold open. Welcome to This is Saturday Night Live.
That was a beautiful transition.
Yo, can we get a round of applause,
Welcome
please?
to Saturday Night Live.
That was
That was amazing.
My name is Dewey Cox. Welcome to Saturday Night Live.
Let me, but hold on,
fucking
for real.
silly.
Calm down, everybody. Let me explain this. Let's transition a little smoothly.
Turn my mic off, bro.
No.
Turn it back on.
Let Kucher about to go in, bro.
Yeah.
Let him go in. Let him go in.
But no, I was about to go in. I'm just saying. Recently, a fellow, somebody we all know, a degenerate we all know, decided to post something on social media early in the morning about
Early in the morning,
where
before the
somebody
Lord's
draw
hours.
the line with being gay.
Is it gay if like you and your best friend you know, you just kind of help each other get off after school, you know, like we were still completely attracted to girls, you know, we never were attracted to each other, but we just, you know, we helped each other out. We were bros, you know.
Gay.
I'm very mad that I've never met this man, but his voice is like archetypical.
No, you don't want to meet this.
I don't want to, but I'm just saying, like, this is his voice from now on, and every time I hear this from y'all, I know who it is instantly.
No, I know what you're saying,
but the fact, so he says this, so he basically admit to the fact that him and his little buddy
used to jerk each other
off while watching porn.
Now, I'm not gonna slander.
That's like
I know a lot of
Straight
personal
porn.
shit about this man.
He mentioned it was straight porn.
Yeah,
They did mention it was straight porn.
All right,
that makes it okay, you know?
Now, not counting
What are you
him.
gonna do with
Let him
all
finish.
these clitori?
What did you just say?
That's good. Oh, shit.
clitoris. Nigga.
Plural.
Let him finish.
But now, removing him from taking whoops. What's that? So, taking him out of this situation. If somebody was to tell me that they did something similar to that, and said like, "But no, I'm not gay," I'd be like, "Well, I can't prove what you are. 'Cause that's up to you. Just how the fuck you is." Now in my mind, I can say
You're
gay.
trying to say that
But
it's not some gay shit.
It's a gay act.
Like you
but
did
it
some
doesn't-
gay
but,
shit.
But you're not gay.
Yeah, like you can
It's like an experiment.
You can be not gay and have done some gay shit.
Yeah.
But you can't. Here's the thing, though. This was regular.
No,
It was a recurring. It was a fool me once.
If it's a recurring thing,
Yeah, that's different. That's different. Fool me one time.
Hey,
Behind the scenes information.
Nigga, you gay as fuck, bro. That's gay. That's fucking gay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but you just
I mean, it's like, you know, if
You just
I agree, like if you know there are certain things that you could like, there are gay acts, and I mean maybe you're not
you can't
actually
be
attracted.
jerking off other people.
No,
Like,
listen,
period,
maybe
that's
you're.
disgraceful.
Hold on.
Maybe
Listen,
you're just.
I gotta stop.
I'm not finished talking.
Listen, me and-
continue, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Me and Zap gonna fight after this podcast.
Yep, but let her finish
I'm
first. Let her finish
kinda
first.
like-
You
Like,
come
I
on,
lost
I'm
my
gonna
train of
fight
thought.
you too. Turn my mic up. Turn my fucking mic up.
Continue, Zap.
Go ahead, Zap.
No, you made me lose my train of thought. Just go. Like, you just wanted to fucking interrupt me anyway. So fucking go ahead.
Oh, it's
Whatever you
getting
had to
spicy.
say
Ooh.
was so
No,
important.
no,
Please,
no,
we're
no,
all dying to hear it.
No,
dying.
Oh, we've been drinking too much whiskey.
Dying.
They've been
We're gonna be
drinking.
stealing
They've been
tires.
Yeah,
drinking.
we're stealing tires.
Okay, now
All
shut
right.
up.
All
So
right,
what I
we're
was
just-
gonna say is,
I should remember.
again,
I hate you.
there's things that you could do. Like, just because you do something that's gay, if you're not attracted to, like, if he wasn't attracted to him at all, but he's like sucking his dick. I mean, it's gay.
You went to the extreme.
No, listen.
You went to the. There's like, what is it? Chaotic neutral. You went all the way to.
It's a gay act, but if he's not enjoying it or he's not attracted to him, that doesn't make him a gay person.
Wait a
And
minute.
he's doing
Yeah.
gay stuff.
Hey,
Well,
bro, I'm
people
just
do
doing-
stuff they don't enjoy all the time.
This is true, but that's different because we do it for money. That's called work.
Yeah, that's gay for paying.
You
that's
talking
work.
about-
You just put
Hey,
your dick
bruh.
in a hole.
See now.
See, like
Yeah,
you got a
that's
bag full
that's
of
a
Jello.
whole different.
Even though I get that,
$2,000
like
in a
I
bag of
said,
Jell-O?
that's-
You went all the way to.
That's gay.
You went all the way to the
Fuck a
jugular.
bag of Jello.
No,
It's gay.
Wait, what are you talking about?
If
you do gay for
if
pay.
you sucking dick saying you're not gay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's kind
know.
of that's
Yo,
kind of.
Hold up. One
Like-
of my ex girlfriends, and this is real story.
Real trap shit.
One of the the girl who introduced us, I used to know her in high school. I mean, since elementary school, and we used to have this like thing where we were like together or whatever. People thought we were dating, and it just never worked out. So she met this girl who ended up being my girlfriend. And I come to find out that these bitches was eating each other's pussy. And I'm like, hold up.
Y'all been dipping in each other's honey pots.
I'm like, hold up. I'm like, yo.
Whoop, the dogs.
The dogs don't support.
I'm like, what the, like, okay. So
They just did this in the weekends.
Fuck.
No, like at like fucking Firestone, like in the back.
Oh, when they were drunk, that's different.
No, they still
not.
gay.
How old were they?
like 21, 22.
Oh yeah, they were young and dumb.
It doesn't.
It's different.
It's still
Out in the
gay.
Firestone
Nigga,
bathroom.
if you was sucking a nigga's dick,
For some
it's still
truck
gay.
fit?
Yeah,
You
it's
gonna
still
fuck a
gay.
bitch in a Firestone
gay.
bathroom?
I mean,
whether it's gay or
gay.
not, that's degenerate.
What?
That's more.
I mean, yeah, in the
degenerate
bathroom
than
of a
us trying to do
club
at this
is
age.
kind of like.
It's gay.
Yeah, we have been yelling, DJ. We were told not
Yeah,
to.
My
you
bad,
guys
I'm
have.
sorry.
You guys have
Kuche's
been.
gonna get the tart.
What's
now.
the
He's
next
gonna
subject?
You guys have been fucking. Wait, no,
So,
hold
no, we
on,
gotta
no,
move
wait,
on. No,
Go
we
ahead.
don't have to
Go ahead.
move
Go ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
wait.
Let us say her piece.
Wait, I have a question because you said earlier that if someone had the ability to suck their own dick or eat their own pussy, that also made them gay.
No.
I
Okay, so-
disagree.
So no,
Wait, what? No, that wouldn't make them gay.
That does not make them gay. No,
That's
no.
your own stuff.
This is the argument. This is the argument, right?
You're on your own.
Actually, no, that does make them gay. Hold on. Here's my logic. Let me explain the first part.
Well, don't you need it? But don't you technically need another party to make it gay?
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
it's-
another.
no, because homo implies the same. So if you're sucking your own dick, you are the same as you. That's
Yeah.
the most homosexual act.
That's
you
dipping
can
into
do.
your own stash.
It's
most
homo
hom-
on homo.
That is the ultimate homosexual
Homo
act
on
you can do.
homo.
But it's
It's not necessarily gay.
It's extra hetero.
However, it's a gay act. It doesn't make you gay, but it
Everyone
makes
who
you
masturbates
more
is
homosexual.
doing gay
It's more
stuff.
of a homosexual act than anything. However, it does not make you as a man gay
So,
because you're
but
not sucking somebody else's dick or
but
getting, you know,
Let's just.
your dick
but
sucked
when
by
you
a man.
masturbate, does that make you?
No,
Does that
no.
mean everyone is participating in gay acts,
Nope.
whether they
We
want
all-
to or
we
not?
all gay.
No.
When they
Well,
It's
masturbate.
2019.
No,
we all
No,
gay.
these are intricacies.
Y'all
If you
gay.
think about it,
Y'all
technically,
gay.
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's all gay. We all
If you
touching
just
dicks and clits.
jerking off,
I mean, yeah, you touching your own.
Yeah, but that's
you're getting off on your own
autosexual,
shit.
which is
Technically,
super
that
homo.
is. I
It's
mean,
the same.
All right, look here, Alex
No,
Jones.
it's only gay.
Let's
It's
move.
only gay.
shut the fuck up.
It's only
nigga.
gay if you're sitting there thinking about your own
Shut the
clit.
fuck.
Go to the next
Move
subject.
on. I'm done.
Go to the next subject.
I'm done. Move on.
God.
God.
Just touch yourself and be happy. Don't worry about what nobody else
God
has to say.
damn.
This is
So
awful.
DJ, you had a subject about a
It's
lesbian
12-12.
woman
Make a wish.
Oh yeah, y'all ain't.
who had a pipe bomb
I
here
wish
in
you guys
Florida.
would
What?
stop
All right, all right.
Multiple bombs.
There was a
a lesbian woman.
I want. Okay.
A lesbian woman.
I won't say the other term. A lesbian woman.
What is it?
Who was caught in Hillsborough County? That's like Tampa area.
That's
Okay.
Tampa,
With-
yeah. Don't go to that jail.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't want to go to jail in Florida, period. But especially
Orange
Tampa-
County's all right.
Tampa is the fucking cesspool of like Florida. Like it's the fucking
worst.
worst.
Not Miami.
Daytona's close.
I've had rendezvous with certain women there. It is not good, and I want to take that shit back. But anyway, they found her with her, and this is the prep of the story. Her own parents fucking turned her into the cops.
I put a hole in your parents.
Her own fucking parents. Her own mom and dad was just like,
Isn't that some shit though?
yeah, nah, bitch, you gotta go.
I mean,
She had pipe bomb.
yeah, but say if you doing some ill shit,
Yeah, she had,
you doing some ill shit, you gotta go.
she had,
No!
she had like 20 something pipe bombs.
So I don't know,
She had-
Stu, but this little bitch making bombs.
She had the bake. She making the bake sales worth of pipe bombs in
this
her
a white
damn
woman?
kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a white lesbian woman with like a haircut like yours, like
mine?
She had,
Like mine.
yeah, like yours. She
Okay,
had
let's
sounds
be
about-
clear.
she had glasses on and everything. She was
Thick.
yeah, thick frames, 6
So
frames.
she
frame.
looked like Ellen DeGeneres.
I like that.
Yeah, she had a bit of an Ellen DeGeneres look, but
She vibing.
she was like
She had a pipe bomb.
yeah, but she had pipe bombs.
multiple pipe
She had multiple pipe bombs. She had the Anarchist cookbook. She had the
So I have a copy of the Anarchist Cookbook. Does that make me an issue?
No, you don't have pipe bombs.
No, but she
But I have
she
smoke
had
grenades.
she had
That's
like
different.
she had a
Don't
bunch
tell
of
me
documents from like every Timothy McVeigh.
Does that make her part of the
That-
hate group?
I mean, not necessarily a hate group,
like-
but Timothy McVeigh blew up a whole damn. What was it, a
like,
hospital or a
she
block?
had like a
It was a
bunch
children's
of
hospital, I believe.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
No, it was a government building. It wasn't.
Oh,
Children's
yeah, okay.
hospital.
Correction.
It was a government building.
Correction.
But she had a whole of all this like fucking
Paraphernalia and shit.
anti-government bullshit.
So you saying
Yeah.
I might get raided?
Not for
Mate,
your cookbook,
all right.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying if you have the material, she got a recipe.
But this is the thing. This is the thing that got me. She had
She
like
got set up.
so I thought it's like she was amassing like all this shit. they're like, oh well, she has when they laid everything out, she had bows and arrows, like 24 knives, like 27 pipe bombs, and when they did the guns, they were just BB guns, and I'm just like,
Maybe she was going to go see Rambo.
Maybe she was trying to LARP.
what the? No, I was like, what the fuck is it? Like
Just
you?
playing Call of Duty. In
I-
real
I
life.
thought
What
she
you
had,
mean?
like,
She's
real-
going out to play airsoft.
I thought she had real guns.
Weapons of mass
shit
destruction in
probably
her
wasn't even
backyard?
Real pipe bombs. They probably took her in on some fucking like bullshit threat shit. Like she has shit that looks
I don't
like
know.
pipe bombs.
But if your parents called it in.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
All right,
If
but no,
your
this is
mom
my-
has a bunch of pipe bombs and guns, and she doesn't call it in, she's a bad fucking citizen.
Yeah.
You
Wait,
know,
this
like,
is
so-
my
I don't agree
question.
with her. She
Hold up,
shouldn't
hold
work
up,
on
hold
your
up. This
kids.
is my question. After
You should never turn
after
your
your
kids into
parents turn
government.
you in, can you be cool
Nah,
with your
man.
parents after
But-
that? Can you be like, we can go
No.
get brunch?
I mean, okay,
You know,
so
after your parents turn
No,
you
fuck
in,
them,
like,
because they're supposed to.
Wait.
They bent the knee.
Question.
They're supposed to be my
Question.
override
Hold on.
authority.
Let
They
Deb
bent the
go.
knee. Fuck that. I'm supposed to respect my parents. At that point, I lose all respect.
Question:
Go ahead.
did I do it? That's one question.
yeah.
yeah.
So I
In
did
this-
do it,
if the
and then they
bombs are
turned me
real-
in.
In this
Well, that
story,
makes
yes,
sense.
you did do it.
How do
Okay.
you know if the guns were real and they're saying she has pipe
Okay.
bombs? Maybe they're just wanting
We're
to
asking hypothetical.
justify that she got arrested. No, I don't trust these fucking people. I don't trust these cops. They're
I
like,
don't know,
oh,
man.
she doesn't like the government. We're gonna take her in. It's gonna happen to me soon. You're gonna see me pulled off. I don't have pipe bombs. I don't have guns.
All right.
I
See,
don't
my
even
nigga,
have BB
I'll
guns.
never put that shit
Feds
on.
have entered the chat.
Feds have entered the chat. Yeah, yo, yeah. See,
All right.
we ain't with that shit.
All right, so we gotta move on.
Yep.
So
We surely do.
Bernie Sanders went in for heart surgery.
His poor
this
little
week-
heart.
this week.
Don't say
It
that.
seems like he's a
God-
puppy.
God,
He
God
has
bless the burn dog.
He has suspended
say
his
that.
campaign
Do say
due
that.
to weakness.
Yo, how old is he again? He's got.
76.
Wow.
That's an old nigga, bro.
That's
Yeah,
some.
that boy. Oh,
That's a
oh.
pap
They're
pap.
all old.
That's me, yeah.
All right, so we got to keep moving on.
Yep.
So we got so everybody knows that the OK symbol or the look below the belt game is now a white supremacist symbol because it started as a hoax, but now white supremacists use it for realsies. So, seeing as actual
Is this the-
Nazis, and I'm not. It's not even. I'm not even
No,
being
is this the
satirical
Disney-
here. Like actual, like fake Nazis, like people
Yeah.
who think they're
No,
Nazis.
I know.
Dude,
is
do
this,
this shit.
Is this the
Foxy's.
Disney? Is this the Disney? The Disney story?
It's
That's
universal.
Yeah, Universal with the
yeah,
group.
with the
Group.
chick where
The
she
dude from
threw
the
the
Minions.
she threw the
Yeah.
What if they're Bloods? What if the whole family are Bloods?
They're like, all right, bro, bro.
What is this?
We bullying.
What is the story, please?
we picking back.
Gru,
Picking
you know
bull.
the dude. You know the dude from the Minions.
Grew.
So you know
Yeah.
that meme where it's like the guy, the evil dude from the Minions, fucking with the
It's
with
Despicable
the
Me.
Despicable Me.
There
Whatever.
you go. You're welcome.
He has the minions. He owns them. They're slaves.
Whoa, you getting in? Just
Am I wrong?
tell your story.
Am I wrong?
They're indentured servants. They like having a
Say
master.
that shit outside of Paramore.
They were
nigga.
created.
They weren't created.
They weren't?
There was a story. There was a movie that
No,
we're getting off
This
topic.
is getting way worse. Okay,
Yeah, no, there was a movie where
why is this guy
they weren't
playing
created.
Gru? Why is
Just
this guy-
keep go where
why
you were
is this guy
going.
enslaving
Go walk
the
across the
yellow
street.
people?
Please jaywalk.
Anyway, so this dude, he flashes and ups. He's just flashing the OK symbol on this biracial child's, this biracial 6-year-old girl's shoulder. He gets not arrested. I almost said he gets arrested. He gets fired. He gets fired from Universal from this. So the thing is like, it makes sense that he was fired, seeing as like you're not allowed to like do any of that
Gestures or anything.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
at all,
It's like charades.
like at all.
Why would you think
And he
that was
brought
okay?
national attention to it. You know, like, it's dumb. But what's fun is like all these like people who are like snowflake culture. They're like, they pull out the picture and the little boy, her brother is doing the same symbol,
Where he bullying
but
too?
he's
Then
a child. He's like a little baby.
he's a hateful baby boy.
And I'm like, they're just bullying, you know?
They're
Like,
bullying. They're just
Like it's
chilling.
probably some black dude under that suit, but he still got fired. You know what I mean?
Nah, that was a white
Who
hand.
knows?
That was a white hand.
It was a white hand.
That was a white
No,
hand.
those were gloves.
Those were
It was a
gloves.
white-
Those were gloves.
There's
from
a
what I've
white hand
heard.
under the
I
glove.
haven't investigated.
Reverse OJ.
We can't tell. That's the issue with these costumes.
Under the mask, it
I
was
wanna
a
be
white.
able to- I want to know
black person.
What the like? You remember that controversy like 10 years ago where Tigger like rubbed the girl's,
That happens
Ribs.
often.
you know, like,
Yeah, I remember that.
That happens often.
and like you look at the picture and I don't think he was doing nothing. And you know that's why the Wiggles do so much with their
I'm not.
hands.
I'm not defending.
the Wiggles won't let their hands be around the kids.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
On purpose. Like, that's like
My
part
hands
of
are
it.
up.
Being smart.
Yeah, it's
You don't even take
genius.
that risk.
It's
Very
fucking
smart.
genius. They're
For
like,
real.
no, we can make a lot of money off kids shit, but like, there's a lot of risk involved with having children
You good?
live on our shits.
Mm.
You know, so hands up, don't shoot. You know, like the Wiggles are just trying to make fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy. And they just trying to
Yummy.
They're just trying to make the kids smile.
And
That's
I
all.
always thought they were gay, but you know.
See, you're back in teenage years. Let's go.
Are
on.
those the ones that's like a blue one and a yellow one?
They're
and a
guys
red
with
one?
shirts. They just wear
They're a bunch
shirts.
of British dudes
Not
with
the
different
Teletubbies.
colors. They got
No, they have
colors.
different colored shirts.
Yeah, they have different colored shirts. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They're just
they're
guys with
sex
shirts.
tripping.
I like the blue one.
The blue guy?
I think. I don't know.
You're referring to them like they're Teletubbies, like they're
Alright,
just
alright.
genderless
We
creatures.
got to move on from these alien British people. So,
Wow. Brexit.
So we got this pussy police cunt hoe.
That's a lot.
That's yeah.
That's a
So
mouthful.
this bitch. Well, I don't have anything pulled up. I believe her name is
Gleer.
Amber
It's Gleer.
Weird.
It's
Geyer. It's Geyer.
Well,
Amber Geyer, right?
Thanks for the pronunciation.
Yeah, and
Gleer.
it's spelled like Geyer though. Like it's spelled like Guy E-R.
Yeah.
Got
air.
So like she. So here's what happened.
Going back to the
So
beginning
what
of the
happened
podcast.
though?
What happened was
So she's a police officer. She's off duty at this time. She's
The
going
lady
home.
cop.
Lady cop.
No
in
easy.
Dallas. You know, and she's going home. And she's in her apartment building, and she walks into this apartment, and she sees this man who doesn't belong in her apartment. It smells like reefer, and
All right, AJ.
and,
Just do it.
so
Just do it.
she shoots the man to death.
Yeah.
Multiple times she shoots the man.
Oh, it was more than once?
It was like
Multiple
twice.
shots. That's
yeah.
Trash.
Through the heart.
That's
Wow.
That's how you know that it was an intentional death. That's why she did not get
This man was in
manslaughter.
his pajamas.
He was eating vanilla ice cream on his
Just
own couch. in his
Haagen-Dazs.
fucking
Just
home.
enjoying his Friday night.
This is and I'm not trying to make light of this. I'm trying to make that like you're at home, you're comfortable, you're eating fucking ice cream, watching Game of Thrones or some bullshit, you know.
Relaxing.
And some bitch in uniform, she was in uniform. Some cop comes into your house and shoots you.
I'd be big mad.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole like the prosecution's angle was like this woman is she's been on the force for 5 years.
Gross negligence.
Don't care.
At the
She's
very least.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
She was on a special unit that backed up the SWAT team. It's like okay,
She has the training.
yeah, like how
Gross.
do you walk into? How do you not know you're on your
Yeah,
you're
the
not on
surroundings
right
of your
floor?
apartment.
She was
like
a
you're
floor above.
you're-
His apartment was a floor above hers directly. Like it's like floor plan right above hers.
Yeah, I mean, but even
So she
still,
went up
like
a
I
whole,
live.
No, I'm not using
Yeah.
that as an excuse.
Yeah.
It's a whole flight of stairs.
Yeah.
Or a whole.
I ain't never been that tired.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I mean, when I
You'd
lived,
be like, oh shit, I pressed the wrong button on the
yeah,
elevator.
when I
Oh,
lived
need to go back down.
downtown, I mean, there's just certain things like I never got off on the wrong floor. I never like I always like yo, this is my place. This is where I'm
Why
at.
are you just opening doors if your door's unlocked? Why are you just
That's
opening
also
the door? You got
my-
a fucking radio.
I mean, but
Hold
this
on,
is the
can
thing,
I say really
the
quick?
rug was supposed to be like the
it was a
floor
bright
mat.
red. They brought that floor mat into the
Yeah,
building.
that it
It
was
a bright
different.
red floor
And
mat.
I'm like me, like yo,
like she had to sit there and
I've
she
been-
had actually
I've
tried
been-
the lock.
I've been drunk as shit. Like coming, like when I lived downtown, I used to be able to walk. So I walked back home and just obliterated. And I never once went into like,
The
oh
wrong
well, I'm
apartment.
on the wrong floor. Oh, I took the.
Now, at
It's
Well, hold
like,
on, can I
oh,
say
this
also-
is my place?
At hotels, I've tried the wrong door quite a few times, but I'm usually shit faced at hotels. And
Hotels are
the
different.
card doesn't work.
Kind of. I feel like hotels aren't necessarily the same, but I mean, because you don't live there, so you don't
Exactly.
go
Yeah.
there every single
Yeah,
day.
mistakes
you know
can be
what I
made
mean?
in
You don't.
that
You're not
situation.
used to that.
Yeah.
But like one of my biggest questions was the whole issue of like the door situation, because so if she's an officer, does she leave her door regularly unlocked, like when she
Yeah.
leaves for work?
When
And
she
if
saw
she
the door was unlocked,
She thought it
assumed
was
there an
somebody
intruder.
robbed, but
But why didn't she even try her key? Because if she tried the key, it wouldn't have
Well,
fucking
apparently
worked.
She,
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Uh,
according to
no.
court documents, she tried the key, and noticed that it was unlocked already.
But here's
That's
also
dumb.
But
that makes no sense. Won't that
Yeah.
send
it
you
doesn't.
back?
It doesn't make sense. But here's the
Like,
thing.
wouldn't you think about it?
It
before you
doesn't
go
make
in, guns
sense
blazing, shooting
that
people?
the fact of the matter is that
Smelling reefers.
as
who's
a
gonna rob
cop,
your house and smoke a blunt?
As
You
a-
know, like,
as
genuinely.
an officer of the law, she didn't even proceed with procedures like, oh, I think there might be something here. Let me fall back and let me call backup. She didn't even do that.
Yeah.
She went in with guns out
blazing.
and shot that man within like
30 seconds, I think, is what it was.
he didn't even have enough
To say who he
I mean,
was.
and now imagine yourself as all of you
And
have lived on your
Yeah.
own. Imagine that somebody walking into your house and you being
The
like, "Yo,
argument
who the
that-
fuck
the
is
argument
coming?"
was that
Yeah.
he charged
Yeah.
her. And
Yeah,
like,
it's
I'm
like,
thinking,
who the
of
fuck is
course
coming in
he
my
charged
fucking
her.
house?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Who the
of course,
fuck
why-
is coming
It's
in
my
my
space.
house?
And they were trying to give her the castle doctrine because she thought it
Which,
was her house.
I mean,
Which
Nah.
makes no
Yeah.
fucking
I don't care,
sense.
man.
It doesn't
So
matter
she
what
only
you
got-
thought.
I mean,
Yeah.
we
The
got-
judge did it, but it was dumb
we
either
gotta
way
move on.
because
She got 10 years, which is bullshit. For
10 years
if she
out of
wasn't, if she
5.
wasn't a cop, she would have not gotten that light of a sentence. Period.
I-
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
Period.
that's
I'm glad
That's
she
true.
didn't walk. Most cops walk for a lot less of what could be considered an
yeah.
accident.
Now here's the
But
next question I'm going to ask
Fuck
you.
that bitch. Fuck that judge. Fuck that
What-
prosecutor for not pushing harder.
What do
Fuck
you
that.
think?
I mean, the jury came
No,
back
no,
in
no,
5
no,
hours.
not
saying
the
that
jury.
they-
No,
the jury's
listen,
great. The jury
listen.
came back quick.
No,
and was
I'm
like,
not
no,
saying-
fuck that bitch.
What do you think about the brother?
Who hugged?
Hold on.
Who-
Can
yeah,
I?
What do you think about
Wait,
that?
hold on. I have a quote. From him. He said, "I don't even want you to go to jail. I want the best for you because I know that's exactly what Botham would do." He said, according to
Can
Post.
I use?
I love you as a person, and I don't wish anything bad on you.
He's trying to be a good man.
Now this is my thing with
He gave her a hug.
the series of and the long standing series of injustice that African Americans have been subjected to in this state when it comes to being shot by cops, when it comes to shot by just random white civilians, is this situation
And
that was
Hispanics.
Hispanic. That was hard to deal with because it's and I talked to my dad about this, and he had this thing where, and keep in mind, my dad grew up in the segregation era, so he has a different view on things. But his thing was like, nah, fuck that. We not giving hug. We're not.
No, there's
good.
no forgiveness
that
here.
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't bring my brother back.
Yeah.
It doesn't bring my loved one back.
Regardless
So-
of race, it's like a completely human thing, you know, or even primal thing. You
Yeah.
know?
And-
Like, it's,
and-
you killed my person.
Exactly. And I
It
see
doesn't
it.
matter what the
and-
circumstance was. I don't care if you accidentally fucking push a boulder over my sister. I want to kill you at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like
There's
I
no-
don't give a fuck. I might
And-
forgive you in my heart, like, okay, it was an accident, but no, man, now you have to die.
Yeah.
In my mind, you
and
have to
seeing
die.
the way that it went down, like if it had been some kind of situation where he had like done something wrong,
Accidental.
okay, yeah, but it's like the guy was in his own home,
Yeah,
so
just
that,
chilling.
so then I asked the question
Man's
to
trying
my
to eat
dad.
ice cream.
I said, well, damn. I said, if we didn't get justice for Trayvon, we didn't get justice for. I mean, I'm not gonna list them all, but you know all the ones that didn't happen. So I'm like, well, what is a life really worth if because I read all the shit on Twitter about, it wasn't harsh enough sentence, and it wasn't this and it wasn't that, and everybody, all black Twitter was ripping the brother for doing it, and I had a conflicting thought because I'm like, okay, is he supposed to carry this load? If he's supposed to carry this shit
Or just forget.
for the rest of his life? Like, he's already been through the most traumatic shit. He lost his brother, his loved one, somebody he leaned on. He lost him. He gone. He ain't coming back. Is he supposed to carry that shit? Like, I understand it. Like, am I supposed to, from his mindset, am I supposed to live with this hate and I'm supposed to carry this shit the rest of my life? Or can I forgive this person and and the only reason I say that is because she was apologetic.
Okay,
and
well, hold
she
on.
came
Here's the
out
thing,
and
though.
said
Here's
that
the
she
thing, though.
was
Here's the
sorry.
thing, though.
She was trying
Here's
to
the
get
thing, though.
dick.
Here's the
Whoa,
thing, though.
I'm gonna let her speak, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
go into that.
God damn.
Here's the
AJ.
thing: is like there's a difference between forgiving someone and like holding them accountable. Like you can still forgive someone and hold them fucking accountable. You still have to be held accountable for your actions.
Yeah.
I agree.
Period,
I
point,
completely
fucking
agree.
blank.
I think
Like
I completely agree.
it's
Now-
just that. Like there's no.
Here's the next
I think
question
he's
I would
trying to
ask.
see how he's trying to say how like that guy was really forgiving and not wanting to hold.
No, I
that.
think that guy was kind of.
He
No,
pussed
well,
out.
all right.
He
but
It was
pussed
a
out.
little bit
But see,
much.
This is the thing.
It was a
Now-
little bit much.
Now you go and ask most black people what they felt about the verdict. They're gonna tell you the same shit.
Yeah.
Now, you're
Most
gonna
people,
now
from what I found.
now they did an interview with two of the members from the jury. One was a black woman, one was a white man, and they all agree. And keep in mind, 5 of those jury members were African American. The judge was African American. The bailiff was African American. So like, shit, don't like think that it was like this fixed thing. Like it was.
Oh, white
It's
jury.
fair.
Yeah, it was in there. So this theory that they should have done this or they should have done that. I mean, I get the sense of compassion, and I see it from both sides. I see the compassion side, like, you know, we know she expressed remorse, that she said she wished it was her, and that
That's what everybody says.
So
I don't
But-
think anybody really means that.
So-
way.
Yeah,
so-
I
so
know.
the
but
prosecutor-
again, at the same time, as the family, from the family standpoint, he's gone. He's gone. If I sentence her to 100 years,
the
20,
the fact that the family
it's not
had
going to
a-
bring me back.
the
It's
fact
not
that
going to
the
bring her
family
back.
Kinda gave a forgiveness to it. Kind of made
Just
the
the-
sentencing
just
not
the
feel as
brother.
bad.
Yeah, just the brother, and then you had the judge giving her a hug and a bite, and I mean, like some of the shit I seen on Black Twitter was just was crazy.
I do want to talk about one of the prosecution's notes on that was that at the time she was texting her coworker sexually explicit text messages.
She was
sexting.
fucking and sucking dick.
So
Wow.
the
Despicable
case-
citizen.
Currently
best
doing
case
it.
scenario, this bitch either takes an extra floor up or walks an extra floor up and walks into the apartment on her floor plan right above hers, right? And this almost makes sense. Like, she's that distracted, you know, like she's just a dumb bitch.
Yeah,
Like, you don't expect it from a police officer, but you got to realize these people are fucking idiots. Most people are idiots,
Well,
and, including myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no,
Like,
that's what I was going to say was that, like,
we do shit like
most of these.
So I'm not saying it's like forgivable,
But I think to a
well,
certain
that
it's
was
like
the-
I could see
that was a
that
change. That was a change.
I
that-
can see the prosecution's point is that she's so negligent by being wrapped up in something, because regardless of whether she meant to do it like that or not, that's fucking shitty. That's like that is so irresponsible. Period.
Also, can I just say,
she freaks out, pulls a gun.
Also, like, it, to a certain extent, like, yeah, I get the accident part, because there's been times where, like, I walk up to a car, looks exactly like my car. Oh, oops, that's not my car, and then I move on. Like, you don't continue to pursue something that you notice is not yours.
You don't pull your
Like,
gun
the
out.
fact that she had time to not only pursue and then pull a fucking gun out and shoot this person, like, were you really that, like, just not aware?
No.
Of, like,
again,
it just
she's
doesn't
dumb.
make any
But
fucking
all right,
sense.
all right,
It's
hold
not
on.
that
All
she's
right.
not aware.
Now,
It's
I'll
just
say
fucking
this:
stupid.
everybody here has lived on their own. You live on your own. You live on your own. Y'all all lived on your own.
Yep.
Now, as the Fiend Fix podcast, and this is not a DJ view, but we've all
DJ facts.
No, this is not a DJ fact. We've all been
Okay, go on with it.
We've all
Eating vanilla ice cream on our couch.
We've been dozed a little bit. So, but we've never been like, oh, well, this is my fucking place. I fucking belong.
This is my house. That's
Yeah,
not
no,
ours.
I mean, and this is where I kind of I ask questions. I'm like, all right, you walk into your house, you open the door. I'm talking to Zav.
Correct.
You and Cooch, y'all walk in. Why you?
Cause go on.
What?
Go.
Nigga, you walk in, and you walk in and you notice, hey, this don't smell like my fucking place.
Doesn't look like your place.
Hey, my TV's not right there. Hey, where's my fucking cat? Like
Where are you? And then I shoot someone.
No. But I'm saying,
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you
not at all.
start asking yourself,
And then
These
you're like,
questions.
oh, I'm sorry,
Questions.
or you just leave before anybody
Yeah,
notices.
you're like,
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoops,
Exactly.
whoops, let
And I
me
don't-
leave.
Whoopsie.
And I hope.
and I
Oh, boss man, please.
and it's just like how do you even get to that point? So shut up. So
Exactly.
so
That's what
so
I'm saying.
so for me, I feel bad for the fam. I feel bad for the mother because I lost my cousin 3 years ago. And I watched my aunt at the funeral, and it was like it was nothing I could say. It was nothing I could do. Like she lost her son, like he's gone. There's nothing. The pain of a mother that like it's just there's nothing you can to lose a child before you.
It
you
doesn't
leave
make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched the testimony and they're from the Bahamas.
Yeah, they're Haitian.
Yeah, and
I
I
thought they were Haitian, yeah.
They are Haitian.
and how she she was so supportive of him and how she pushed him to be
Immigrant parents.
Yeah,
Story.
And he was
initially
a
she
productive
didn't.
member of
Yeah,
society.
initially she didn't want him to go.
This
Continue.
is a scary looking drink.
Initially, she didn't want him to go, but she went along with it, and with that comes it's just like, okay, is anybody safe? Is
Shit look like water. No.
shut up.
Earlier they had me take a shot of water. It's-
I remember.
it's
Keep going.
glorious.
I'm so sorry. Keep going.
But that's all it is. It's just. I mean, this echoes sentiments from the Trayvon Martin case.
So many countless cases.
Yeah,
So many
so many countless cases.
So many
And I think
cases.
a lot of the black folk were wanting because the judge was black, the jury was.
This is a reverse
They were
OJ.
like-
They were wanting.
No.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
the
no,
issue
no.
is it wasn't like
shit.
something just in cold blood.
Yeah,
this
there,
was
or
like-
was it like
that
you
was
know
the
like
issue.
it's
This was the
not.
sentencing.
It was
That's
a
why she didn't get
pure.
a longer
It was a
term.
pure injustice, and they were expecting this. Oh well, she gonna get. She gonna get at least 40 years.
Yeah.
Something like that, and it didn't happen.
Personally, I believe she
I
deserves
didn't-
life. That's my
No,
personal belief.
well,
And I
I
don't
agree.
care how much of an accident it was.
no, well, I
mean,
agree.
She
Yeah.
she
But-
took a man's life,
Mhm.
and whether it was something that I don't care how crazy of a circumstance that caused you not to realize.
Yeah.
I can almost understand how you don't realize it's your own home and you could shoot somebody. That doesn't excuse it.
Yeah.
That
It
doesn't
doesn't
make what you
exactly.
did.
Doesn't
that's
justify
why
it.
she
But
didn't get a manslaughter charge.
as
That's
my-
why it was a murder charge.
Yeah,
because there was
exactly.
intention
Yeah.
behind the kill.
And as my dad was saying, and you know we talk a lot about this, that you know what was the what was the point of like she deserved more years.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
And that there's a guy I think this happened in Atlanta where he shot a canine.
Oh, the dog.
And he got more. He got 15 years.
No, he got 45 years.
Like, what
Oh,
the?
yeah.
Look
and-
it
Police
up.
dog. Yeah, I remember
He
that.
shot a
make any
police
sense.
dog and he got 45 years in prison.
Nope.
And this woman shot.
But they could shoot our dogs.
and
Yeah.
she
And
shot
not
an,
get
with-
anything.
yeah, no
And they could
problem.
Shoot our,
She
they could
shot
shoot our people.
an
Like
African American
anybody.
male.
They can
African
shoot us in the
American
balls,
male.
they can-
Human
And
being.
she walked away. And I'm not gonna try to go super political or like one way or the
No,
other.
race was definitely a thing. in this.
But I'm just saying, like I started reading shit, and since the beginning of time, I mean, since like this whole slave shit, you can go back. Like I'm my dad's from North Carolina, and
It's pretty self-explanatory.
I'm
your
from.
history.
I basically lived there. Like I spent a large amount of my time as a young man during my youth.
Twist it around your head like a helicopter.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yo.
Nice
woo.
reference. Nice reference.
Getting dome in the back of a fucking.
Is it P.
Nissan-
Pablo?
That is PD
Thank
Pablo.
God.
So.
Getting domed off in the back of a Nissan Maxima.
I hate it because it is a big topic, but this was a strict injustice all around.
Most definitely.
Like even I would have felt a little bit satisfied because she is a cop and I expected her to walk. Especially when they said that when the judge said that she could use the castle doctrine because she felt it was her own home, that the juries could consider that. I'm so glad. Yeah. I'm so proud of that jury for coming to a verdict in fucking 5 hours or 15 hours, less than 24 hours.
Now listen, I
unanimously they were able to figure out this bitch is guilty
watched
of
the
a
whole
murder.
thing, but
Murder too, but murder.
But now I was going to my my original point where, like, Wilmington, North Carolina, where go back to 1886, whatever the fuck, where they had it was they all of the
Plantation.
white the white folks.
Yes,
no,
Dad.
no, no.
Guys,
No, that's what I'm trying to
what's
say.
happening?
Where are we now?
Come on.
Where are we?
All the white folks,
Let's go.
which were Democrats at the time,
Yes, that's true.
and there were black Republicans, which people
It was
today would be
different.
like,
Because
oh,
it was
well,
Abe
that's
Lincoln
whoa,
Republicans.
yeah, exactly,
But
And
Abe Lincoln also said,
the-
he would have,
yeah. But
if it kept them together, he would have kept slavery altogether.
either way, the Democrats were
That man
like,
played a game.
the Democrats were like, we're gonna overthrow the fucking government. We're gonna fucking
North
fight
Carolina.
this shit. In Wilmington, yeah. That so when it came down to voting day, they showed up with lock, stock, and barrel, like guns,
The
like
blacks?
no, the whites.
Oh.
The Democrats.
Okay.
That they weren't gonna let any blacks vote, and they ran.
I mean, fuck, man. We live in Florida. We live in Orlando. You live near Ocoee.
I know. I know.
They dragged two men from that to fucking downtown Orlando to Orange Avenue.
Well, they killed more than that.
But
the mass graves, but
Yeah.
they
But
dragged two men behind a truck. How many miles? That's like a 40 fucking minute drive.
yeah. But also, I mean, we don't get all caught up in this shit, but that was part of it.
We do gotta move on.
Yeah, we do.
We do gotta move on. We gotta hit 2 or 3 things real quick. So I just, I hate that climate. I hate that that's what we're dealing with. It's. I don't think that it's something that's happening more now. I think it's something that's now we are finally able to see it. Like human beings are able to see other human beings being treated poorly.
Can we give this a round of applause?
AJ
please?
Facts.
Give it a round. I mean, that's
We're
exactly
sick of
what
seeing
has
human
been
beings
going
being
on.
mistreated, and
Exactly.
I don't give.
Yeah.
And I really hate when people are like, "You didn't see the whole video, motherfucker." I don't care if I saw the whole video. I saw enough to see somebody who should not have been killed. Somebody who could have been brought to justice easily.
Facts.
Killed. Somebody who you could have hogtied. They got some shit that they tested out in Fort Lauderdale that like Batman shoots rope around your knees. Like fucking
Yeah.
use that
What are
shit.
caltrops? Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Tase-
but even
tase a
in,
motherfucker.
even in,
Yeah.
even
Shock
in
that boy.
even in
Don't
Ja-
tase his nuts.
is it Japan or Korea?
Japan.
Where Japan, where they come in, where they have like 5 or 6, like they just throw
Nets?
shit.
I saw a
A
video.
net's over you?
I saw a
So
video.
nets at
Just
you.
throw a net over you.
This is actually a white dude. He's a poor white. He's riding in a Buick Century. When you see it, you see a skinny, like 120-pound white dude.
I had the Lex
Right.
level up. I had a Buick Park Avenue Ultra with a supercharger.
Ooh.
Oh, that
fancy.
bitch was. I had
So,
sunroof, leather
this
seats.
cop
heated
pulled down
seats.
this man's basketball shorts and tased him in the taint.
What?
Well,
Right
that
in his
cop,
perineum.
that cop was gay. That cop was fucking
Why would you
gay.
do that?
He's a
Because
fucking
he
gay
was-
cop. He loves.
Right in front of his child.
He loves.
Oh, nah.
That cop loved black cops.
So let me just say,
Fucking
fuck
faggot.
cops. Like I will forever say, fuck the police.
I agree with
Like
that.
I don't care. Like
Let me get some in there.
if you were enforcing another man's rule through violence because what you're paid a little bit better than minimum wage and you feel a little bit of power from it, you're a piece of shit human being. And when you're working for us like you're supposed to be, I don't have a problem with you. I think you're doing what you're supposed to be, and I find you to be a good member of society. I've got police officers that I work with on my properties that are. I don't know if they're always great guys, but when they're working to do what I want them to do, I don't have any problem with them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree.
Left Foot Green over here said something great earlier. He's passed out, but he was. They love arresting people. So if you give them a chance to arrest people, they're on your side. If they don't have any chance to arrest somebody, they're trying to arrest you. That's the issue. Motherfuckers be calling the cops.
And I'll say that. I'll say that
shit
from personal. I've been there.
Fuck the police unless you're able to entice them and you are doing nothing wrong, because then you can make them work for you. And then you're still fucking the police. Waste their time if you want, but use them to your advantage when you can. They're not useful often, but when they are, they're a pretty good force. They got guns. They got Batman belts.
They're super predators.
Well, I was gonna say, did you see?
I met this dude that looked like buff Cory Booker.
I was gonna say there was a video.
With the cold, weird hazel eyes and the weird jaw.
There was a video of these two dudes in Atlanta.
Oh no, they got AIDS. We gotta move.
Yeah, let's finish this up because we passed now. Yeah, go ahead.
I got a bitch.
All right, go ahead.
I got a bitch. So motherfuckers be. You drive a stick shift, correct?
No.
Oh, I thought you drove a stick shift.
Automatic. I told you this several times.
Look, I'm dying now.
I want a stick shift, but no.
So check it out. So as I've gotten a stick shift, I like to rev up on people, kind of fuck with people. And I know, like, I've been smoked by people. I've raced a couple Chargers that I've beat because it was driven by thoughts driving Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
Thought Charger.
They try. They got a way better engine
driving
than me.
a Charger, you just
her man's in the army.
They've got
her man's in the army,
and she's fucking somebody,
and you can get the suck.
So like they got a better engine than me, but I outdrive motherfuckers, and I'm crazy. I don't give a fuck. So like when I come, it's always Mustangs. Usually Mustangs. I got behind a Corvette earlier and it was similar. But and then I pass by them, it's always old white folk. And these old white folk they're buying these like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy a muscle car and then I'm gonna drive it fucking 35 miles an hour. It's like, motherfucker, I drive a 4-cylinder fucking truck.
Yeah.
Let me pass. You get into the fucking slow lane. Don't
drive.
Car. Don't buy that car. Get a different car. I don't care if they drive. If they're capable of driving, right? I'm not saying they're.
I feel like after a certain age, you can't drive no more. That's just me, though.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they're that old.
I know.
These are like 40-year-olds. They're like Gen X.
There's no excuse for that.
No, what they're doing is they're buying these fucking cars that they're like, oh yeah, it's like the army people. The army people will fucking drive though. Because they're young bucks, and they're like, "Oh, I got testosterone."
I'm not gonna live to
these dudes going through midlife crises, and they're fucking buying $40,000 fucking brand new Mustangs and Corvettes, and they don't want to fucking go any more than 30 miles an hour. Fuck you, fuck your family. Go get remarried to your wife because you fucking called it off. And you're trying to fucking separate because you're trying to buy a goddamn Corvette. Drive it then. If you want to have a midlife crisis, do it right. Crash into a fucking wall, you son of a bitch. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Every time I try to come to this podcast, I get behind a goddamn Mustang. Every time I try to drive my girlfriend home in the morning, I get behind a Mustang, and these motherfuckers are driving at 30, 40 miles an hour on the 408.
They're driving safe.
No, on the 408, that's unsafe.
On the 408, you're being an asshole in the way.
I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these people driving these cars that they don't know how to drive. I drive a shitty truck. And my truck has white paint dripping out of it right now, and I will go.
That's cum. That's not paint.
No, it's I split a 5 gallon. Don't make fun of my perils right now, Brad. I will destroy you.
Do it. But yeah.
Fuck these motherfuckers in these cars. They can't drive.
Understood.
All right, so you saw the Joker movie.
Yes, I did.
Did it make you want to oppress women?
It did not at all.
Wait, first, are you an incel?
I would not say that.
You have incel inside of you. Did it get awakened? By
I don't
this
have
movie?
incel. Why don't say that? I have
it a
incel
gene?
inside of
You
you.
have incels.
No.
Do you store the incels?
No.
They're
Are you
incels in
actually
the theater.
5 incels in a suit?
In a
The
bodysuit.
incels were watching the movie with you.
I don't know. I couldn't really tell. Because I didn't really look at anybody else. There were like couples in there, which
No
was
undercover
surprising.
cops.
Or their
There were
children.
couples.
There was no kids, thankfully, because I would have been mad as hell.
Because this
Because
is incel Joker, right? Like he doesn't have sex with Harley Quinn. Because
there is
it's
no
too
Harley.
crazy.
The good
There's
thing
no
about this,
Batman.
no,
It's
the good thing about this
isolated.
film is that it is, it's kind of seen as an elsewhere story, which for DC, that's basically like it's outside
It's
of the
not
normal
canon.
continuity. Yeah, so it was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. Like as far as it being like a origin story for Joker, because he's not normally. Anything like he's crazy, so you can't believe what he says as far as like how he's been established as a character. But this being like a potential origin story for the character, it was really good. It was 2 hours. I enjoyed the whole thing like all the way through. It was,
So isn't it kind of close to the Killing Joke origin story?
Yes,
in the sense that
it
he's
is.
a failed comic.
Yeah.
with his, mom,
it just
but-
doesn't involve like the little robbery that he had.
Yeah.
And,
Did any of you guys see the Killing Joke?
the animated one and
Yeah.
and a little bit of the book.
You seen it in the theaters?
I didn't see it when it was in
watched
theaters,
on
but I did
Hulu.
watch it with one of my friends a couple years ago.
Yeah, me and Jay went to see it in theaters, and that shit was fucking wild. So
Yeah.
So
these niggas in here raping bitches. I'm like, yo, goddamn, like I just.
DC gets dark.
No, it's
it was rated.
Well, no,
It was rated R, so I should have known that going in. But
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't expecting
So
all
check
that
it out.
shit.
Would
Yeah.
you? I've heard it's incredibly violent.
I would say closer towards the end of the movie. Yes, there were at least 2 instances of visual headshots in the film.
Yeah,
and
what is that? That's
yeah.
nothing new.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That happens.
It's like, but this seems like people are playing.
No, I
So
think
did it seem like it could encourage somebody to do violent things?
not more than anything else, any other movie that's been out in the past. Like it's an homage to Taxi Driver. Like if that movie came out years ago, I don't see anything in this movie. I feel like the director of the film was like sensitive about it because all of this
And
stuff.
Joaquin was too. He ran off of an interview when somebody asked if it would incite something. If
Dang,
he thought it
Quinoa
would.
Phoenix ran off.
My name is Joaquin.
So I don't trust Joaquin. I
No,
don't trust him
I don't.
or his kin, but he is a good actor.
Yeah, no, he's.
you can
there was
separate that.
no,
I
there was a
don't like the
movie.
guy, but he's talented.
There's a movie called The Master with Philip Seymour Hoffman that I was watching over the last few weeks, and he was in it. He was basically like a former World War II veteran or whatever, and he was like drinking paint and some other shit in it. But I would for like as a precursor to Joker, like seeing his method of acting in that particular film, like definitely once I saw that, I was like, this movie's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, he's a good actor. So what is this Jojo Rabbit?
So basically, it's about a kid in Nazi Germany whose best friend or his imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler.
You baby Nazi.
Yeah, he's baby.
What do you think about this, AJ?
Little baby.
It's like, is it okay? Are we at a time where we can make light of it now or stuff? Because it looked like a funny movie.
I didn't. So what?
No, it's all
very
satire.
funny.
It's straight
I was
satire.
confused about the timeline. So like, he's got Adolf Hitler as his imaginary friend, and he looks like a little Boy Scout, but he finds some little Jewish girl.
Yes.
But like, why does that make it a problem if he's not in Nazi? Is he in Nazi Germany?
Just like
if he's in Nazi Germany, is why that dude?
So
kid
is, like,
schizophrenic if he thinks.
But
the
you know,
Fuhrer
like
is-
when they were, because just due to like the indoctrination and everything during that time, like
They did.
yeah, like you're the whole doctrine of the country is we are Nazis. This is our mandate. Like the children from the top to the bottom, like everybody is being in this shit. I played I can't say it's like irrelevant, but I played Wolfenstein, the most recent one, the reboot to it.
Wait, with the daughters?
Not that one. Not New Blood. That was the newest one. It was from 2015 or 16. It was like the reboot of the series from recently, but like it has to do with like World War II, and that has to do with if they won, but like the same propaganda and everything as far as like that series goes, or that timeline and everything goes. But yeah, it's strange. I mean, it's made by Disney at this point now. They bought Fox.
God damn it! Yeah, they do it.
They bought Fox, so
don't
pretty
say
much.
That. Don't say that. We
Yeah, they'll throw us in the trash.
We here at Fiend Fix. We here at Fiend Fix welcome our mouse overlords, and we just want to say we love the amount of employment you bring to the state of Florida. We love the amount
They own
of
the city.
tourism dollars that you
Trying to
bring the
apologize
state
to
of
Big
Florida.
Meech right now.
I'm
Larry Hoover.
the views expressed by DJ are not representative
Shut
of
up,
Fiend
shut
Fix.
up, shut
or
up.
All right, we can shut it down
So,
now. Just go see movies.
Yeah, this was too thick.
Do you
It was
think-
super. They got too much booty on
This
it.
is way
Thick
too
boy,
heavy.
It's an hour and
Do
20 minutes.
do
man. How you
do
end
the
that
thing,
in an hour
Zav.
and
End it. Send us
Yeah,
home,
just
Don't.
Zav.
First of all, stop fucking yelling. Okay,
We
Yelling.
can't do that.
What are you talking?
I'm telling you.
Hey, the
Don't
cat
yell
meowed.
at me.
The cat meowed.
You gonna yell at him?
I'm
No, he didn't
sensitive.
meow. I mean, he didn't cat.
Cat me.
And
He
if
did
you yell at
yell.
me,
The cat meowed. You gonna yell at him?
if you yell at me, I will cry.
Whoa.
All right. You
So,
got it.
there's
You
that.
got it. All right.
And then I'll
Alright,
slap
so-
you.
Alright, so
So.
check it out. So what I want y'all to do,
Abuse.
I want you guys to not abuse yourselves.
Or anybody else.
No, this is not right. Let Zav do it.
I want you guys-
This is wrong.
She's still gonna finish
I
it.
want you guys to ensure that you have separated hair follicles.
Zav, take us home. Take us home.
Beat her-
Just take-
beat his
just
ass,
take
Zav.
care, brush
Shoot
your
me.
hair. Don't be a bad person.
Hey,
And, just be good overall.
Make sure you go into your apartment.
Yeah,
go into your
don't-
own fucking apartment.
Just
Go into
don't
your- yeah,
make
exactly.
rookie mistakes.
Don't pull out. Don't
That ain't
pull
no
out
rookie
guns
mistake.
when you run into an
not a
apartment.
rookie
That's
mistake.
that doesn't make sense unless you're robbing somebody.
But don't forget to brush that hair and wear them clean
Yeah,
underwear.
just make sure you're washing your ass minimum.
And your
you
feet.
gotta use the
Dirty
low
ass
top.
feet.
minimum.
Wash your
You can't-
face
Yeah.
and your feet.
Just toilet paper's no good. You go.
All right.
A wipe,
wash
at-
it.
you know.
No, wipes.
Nah, you can't
fuck
take
up
whole baths.
sinks.
No whole baths.
Just do
No whole
something.
bath.
No whole baths.
Bird bathing in the sinks.